Abandoned in the desert, a human mechanic rescued the dragon heirs of an alien prince. HFY Hub score 9 out of 10. First off, ignore the title's weird clickbait vibe, the actual story is way better. It's about a mechanic named Dan who is just trying to survive on a desert planet that hates him. He finds a crashed ship with 3 dragon kids inside. Not cute little lizards but actual apex predators in training. The hook here is simple but effective. A blue-collar guy uses his skills to save the most powerful beings in the galaxy, not because he wants a reward, but because he's a decent human being. Vibe is gritty and heartwarming. It's not about shiny spaceships, it's about sand in your boots and fixing impossible problems with scrap metal. When the smallest dragon, Nera, started following Dan around like a lost puppy, I legit leaned in so close to my screen I fogged it up. It captures that specific feeling of earning trust from a feral animal, patience, fear, and then that click where you realize, oh, I guess we're a pack now. It's satisfying in a way that makes you want to punch the air. Number 1, Accessibility Barrier, 10 out of 10. Super easy to get into, there's no weird technobabble that you need a dictionary for, it's just desert is hot, ship is broken, fix it or die. The stakes are clear immediately. I listened to it while pretending to update a spreadsheet and I didn't miss a beat. Number 2, Character Cred, 9 out of 10. Dan feels like a real mechanic. He grumbles about bad equipment, he hates his supervisor, and he fixes things because that's just what he does. He doesn't suddenly become a ninja soldier, he fights with a pipe wrench. That is top-tier relatable content. Number 3, Closure Status, 10 out of 10. We get a full, happy ending. The dad shows up, spoiler, he's a giant dragon, the bad guys get roasted, and Dan gets a job that actually respects his skills. It's the kind of closure that makes you feel warm and fuzzy, like finally closing all your browser tabs after a project. Number 4, Dialogue Drip, 8 out of 10. The dialogue between Dan and the dragons is great. The language barrier issues felt real, like when the dragon calls him a machine fixer instead of a mechanic. And the line, humans negotiate everything, made me laugh out loud. Number 5, Endgame Payoff, 10 out of 10. The final battle is nuts. You've got this human throwing mining explosives while baby dragons are breathing fire. And then the dad shows up, it's the cavalry arrives trope done perfectly. I was hype. Number 6, Found Family Factor, 11 out of 10. This is the whole point of the story, it breaks the scale. The way the dragons adopt Dan into their fire or pack is beautiful. It's that feral cat energy I talk about all the time, trust that is earned, not given. Number 7, HFY Video Length, 1530 min. It's a solid medium length, enough time to build up the relationship and have a cool training montage, but it doesn't drag on, perfect for a lunch break escape. Number 8, Logic Coagulation, 9 out of 10. Dan's solutions made sense. Rerouting power, using sand for minerals, building traps. It felt like The Martian but with dragons. I totally bought that a smart mechanic could pull this off. Number 9, Narrative Gut Punch, 7 out of 10. It's not a tragedy so you won't be sobbing, but there are some emotional hits. When Dan realizes the guards died protecting the kids, that hit me, and Nera's trauma was handled surprisingly well. Number 10, Packing Pulse, 9 out of 10. Starts slow with the survival stuff, builds tension with the hiding, and then goes full action movie at the end. The training montage in the middle was a nice bridge, keeps you engaged the whole time. Number 11, Possible Sequel, yes. Oh, 100%. Dan is now the royal guardian living on a dragon planet. I would read 50 more chapters of him teaching dragons how to use duct tape and arguing with Prince Haver about safety regulations. Number 12, POV Perspective, 9 out of 10. Sticking to Dan's perspective was the right move. Seeing these terrifying creatures as just scared kids through his eyes grounded the whole story. It made the fantasy elements feel real. Number 13, The Human Edge, 10 out of 10. The story nails this. Humans aren't strong, we're stubborn, we adapt, we fix things. The dragons are baffled by Dan's ability to just keep going. That's the classic HFY flavor I crave. Number 14, The Onion Factor Tearjerker score, 6 out of 10. I got a little misty when Nera refused to leave Dan's side. It wasn't full-on waterworks, but it was definitely a dust in my eye situation. Very sweet. Number 15, Thematic Resonance, 9 out of 10. The idea that strength isn't just power, it's protecting people is a classic, but it works here. Also, the theme of adults failed these kids, so I have to step up is really powerful. Number 16, Trope Remix score 8 out of 10. We've seen human adopts aliens before, but making the human a gritty mechanic instead of a soldier or a softie was a nice twist. It added a layer of practical competence that I really liked. Number 17, Visual Bang Per Buck 9 out of 10. The descriptions of the dragon's bronze, silver, copper scales were vivid, and the final scene with the massive adult dragons landing, I could practically see the movie poster. Number 18, Wholesomeness out of Cozy rating 8 out of 10. Despite the mercenaries and the shooting, the core of the story is super cozy. It's about building a safe space in a dangerous world. The workshop scenes were very chill. Number 19, World Building Vibe Check 8 out of 10. Crimson Sands felt like a real, miserable place to work. The details about the Death World classification of Earth were funny and added some nice context to the wider universe. Number 20, Xenobiology Integration, 8.5 out of 10. I liked the details about the dragons needing specific minerals and heat. It showed Dan actually using his brain to figure out their biology rather than just magic-ing them better. HFY Hub score 9 out of 10. Hope to see you at the next HFY Hub video review.